Ladies and gentlemen, objective journalism is dead, and as I have always said, all we have left are political commentators, people who are giving their opinion, and then it is on us to search and sift through that opinion to find the truth. That's why I'm bringing to you my second episode of my series, Who Is? Today we'll be talking about Bill Maher, and I am pleased to say that I am partnering with Ground News for this episode. More from them later. Let's get to this episode of Who Is? Bill Maher, an icon of comedy and social commentary, has captivated audiences for decades with his fearless insights. As the host of HBO's Real Time with Bill Maher, Maher has fearlessly tackled pressing issues, challenging conventional wisdom with his wit and intelligence. His razor-sharp humor and unapologetic honesty have made him a trusted voice in political satire and cultural commentary. Bill Maher is really a political commentator that is liberal. He's left-leaning, but he's one of those left-leaning political commentators that has kind of stayed in the same place as the left has gone more left, and so he appears in many ways to be more moderate or conservative.
It's interesting. People, you and I are both like in that little group of people, maybe it's a bigger group now, who are called conservative, who haven't really changed. I don't think of you as...
Bill Maher, while he does support many liberal principles, he does support a lot of conservative principles right now, including free speech. He is not okay with transgender ideology.
Which means if we follow this trajectory, we will all be gay in 2054. And it's okay to ask questions about something that's very new and involves children. The answer can't always be that anyone from a marginalized community is automatically right, trump card, mic drop, end of discussion.
Doesn't like political correctness or wokeness.
Sort of a byword for a lot of this goofy stuff. That's what I'm always railing against. That's why, like, they play me on Fox News.
And he doesn't like reparations. However, he is still a left-leaning political commentator, and so he does support abortion. He is pro-legalizing drugs.
25 square feet of marijuana.
You gonna grow?
I'm gonna swing by Home Depot today.
Yeah, really.
He is anti-gun for the most part, pro-gay marriage, and fiscally left-wing. Now, getting into a little bit more about what I think about Bill Maher, one thing that I find really interesting about Bill Maher is that he's someone who really is a king of cable news. He's had a show on cable, but what makes him more unique is that cable is really being phased out right now, and what you see is that a lot of political commentators that are famous are through social media websites and different kind of less legacy media type outlets, whereas Bill Maher has maintained his popularity through HBO. I believe his current show has more than 9 seasons, so he's very successful on cable, and I think that success will probably carry him to the end of his life, though he is becoming more savvy on social media. Another thing that I really like about Bill Maher is that he's very honest about his beliefs. I don't think he takes himself too seriously. He tends to just kind of say it how it is. He is really unapologetic about what he believes, which is something that I really value in political commentators, and I think you can count on him to be honest about his opinions. Now picture this, all of the world's news together in one place. That's right, Ground News is a website and app that gathers news from a staggering 50,000 sources worldwide. What sets Ground News apart is its ability to show you how breaking news is being covered across the political spectrum. It's like having front row seats to diverse political perspectives that shape our world. With Ground News, you can easily compare coverage from various outlets and get a complete picture of the story. But wait, there's more. Ground News goes beyond the surface. Through data-driven analysis, it provides you with insights into the political bias, reliability, and ownership of news outlets. Only with my link down in the description below, you will get 15% off a subscription to Ground News. I use it to make a lot of my videos. They're fantastic, so definitely go into that link below and support them. One thing to keep in mind, though, is he is totally left-wing. A lot of people have said that he's conservative or even that he's moderate just because the left is moving so far to the left. Make no mistake, Bill Maher is still very much liberal. I mean, he's very pro-choice, very anti-gun at this point, very pro gay marriage. He's very anti-religion and almost any sense. He believes pretty much all religions are cults. Not a fan of religion, and that's one thing that I disagree really heavy with. For most people who are religious, I think that's a good thing to know in looking at what he believes and why he believes it, understanding that he's totally atheist and he's not super pro-family either. He's not married, he has no kids. Nothing wrong with that, but he's actually pretty anti-marriage and anti-kids in a large sense. And so he's very worldly in that way, and I think that's important to keep in mind, especially for a lot of conservative viewers who are maybe seeking political commentators that value family principles. He is a great entertainer, lots of viewers, and he gets great guests on his show. That's one of the greatest pluses of Bill Maher, is that he's going to get a greater variety than most political commentators, frankly. I think he's had more actors on than I've seen from maybe any other show. And so if you're wanting a good variety, he's great, and he's a pretty good interviewer, and so you're going to get a really great perspective from whoever he's interviewing. I would say my biggest critique of Bill Maher is that for the most part, he is largely blind to the inner workings of the deep state in America. He is pretty set on the fact that election integrity is just a reality, that elections are completely safe. He doesn't see the corruption in the DOJ, for instance, or the FBI. He also has a bit of a blind spot when it comes to political parties. He definitely is critical of Democrats, which I think is awesome because he is a Democrat. I think it's really awesome when people are critical of their own party. But he has a bit of a blind spot towards Republicans, where he tends to really kind of just say that he's never said he'll never vote for a Republican, but he can be incredibly critical of Republicans when critiques aren't due. And believe me, critiques are due for Republicans all the time, but he tends to kind of lay it on even when there's really nothing to substantiate a critique in that way. All in all, though, I really like Bill Maher. He's very honest. He is going to bring on great guests, so I would definitely suggest checking out his content so that you can see a wide variety of opinions. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Remember to subscribe down below if you haven't already, and comment down below what you think of Bill Maher, as well as go to the link in the description if you're interested in going to Ground News. Again, you're going to get 15% off if you go from that link. Thanks.